just sound.
That's a sound. Yeah, because if we can have it sitting here like this, especially even right here, you're going to get enough of both mats. I'll hold this with my most steady hands. Hold on a second, let's switch. Let's see what we got.
Ball cheap to it. Can you unscrew the bottom?
No, because it's loose. What if we did?
That might be perfect.
Yeah, let's slide that in here and see what we get. Because maybe we just, as it goes that side. I think you can get both mats with that now. As long as you get it in here.
Well, good evening, wrestling fans. I think you've heard a little bit of our chatter. We're trying something new tonight. We've got an iPad instead of our camera. We're trying to upgrade to wireless technology. We're still making a few adjustments before we have the girls wrestling meet tonight, featuring the Lakewood Cougars and wrestlers from Mount Lake, Terrace, Meadowdale, Everett, Jackson, Arlington, Edmonds, Woodway, Stanwood, and Snohomish. So if you'll just bear with us for a few seconds longer as we try to get everything up and running, we're going to go silent, and we'll be back at the start of the meet, which should be in about 5 minutes.
There we go. I'm not getting anything.
That's because I quit. I mean, but you could hear me. I mean, I heard myself.
Okay.
So good evening, everyone. Dale Leach here with Chad Hudson with another wrestling match featuring this time our lady wrestlers for the Lakewood School District. We are excited to bring it to you. As I said, we've got 8 teams here, and they're all on the mat warming up. We have a little bit of new technology tonight. We are coming to you from an iPad, some wireless mics, and really trying to upgrade and want to show you as much of both matches as we can. We've had a little trouble getting the tripod going to get the exact angle, so we are going to show it from a static point of view up where we are broadcasting from at the table, pretty much at the midcourt line of the basketball court. So Chad, what do you think we're going to see tonight?
So I think it looks like we got a lot of good girl wrestlers out here. They're going to see a lot of action. Some don't know how much action they've been able to actually see this year. So this is kind of fun to have all the girls out at once, and you're going to have all different skill levels, from somebody that's been wrestling for the first time to girls that have been wrestling for quite a number of years. So it'll be a lot of fun to sit back and watch them.
So tonight, as I understand it, you've probably been to a few more of these matches than I have. What they're going to do is they're going to seed the girls. They're going to weigh in, and then they're going to take as much of a competitive balance as they can. So maybe a number 1 wrestler from Everett might be wrestling the number 3 wrestler from Arlington, but that's because they're going to have a similar level of skill and ability.
That's correct. They want to take the coaches, or they'd already, I looked at them down there, they'd already gotten together, they've discussed and try to share lineups with each other and try to get those girls matched up at, their similar skill levels, so then they can actually get out there and have a good competition between the two of them.
So what we are going to have is 2 matches going at once. You see the 2 mats out on the floor, and we will do our best to let everybody know what's going on in both matches. There are not going to be any spectators here tonight, or not very many anyway, because the gym is just full of wrestlers at this point. And so hopefully we've got some people tuning in from the other 8 schools, the other 7 schools, and the 8 schools.
We will be starting in about 8.5 minutes, just so you know.
And the announcement just came from the PA that we're going to start in 8 minutes. And I'm not sure we're going to be going through a weight classification like 126 through 295, or I don't know how they're going to do it. But because we do have the new technology with the wireless microphones, we'll be able to hear the PA announcers, and hopefully then we'll be able to give you the names and the schools of the wrestlers in real time, since we don't have any draw set beforehand.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think we're going to probably be seeing any. You're going to probably just hear 2 wrestlers coming up at different weight classes and just coming up, and I think they're just going to be running this through as however they can and as fast as they can to get it kind of going.
On the Lakewood 306, because it's not showing up.
I've got it up on Facebook right now, right here. So I don't know if. So I'm.
Facebook, Lakewood 306.
Yeah.
Lakewood High School.
The Lakewood School District Facebook page. So I've just been told by a fan that perhaps we're having trouble getting up on YouTube here. I know that I've got in front of me our Facebook page, so I know we're up on that. I see that we are joined by 9 people already, so good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. We can't wait to get started. I'm going to try and pan through the gym now to show you kind of what it looks like in here with how the different teams are gathering and are moving around and sitting together, and so that you can see just how full this gym is. This is the final match, I believe, of our season for these wrestlers, and so that's one of the cool things about gathering it all together. There's no district or state tournament this year, so this kind of gets to be a year-end tournament.
Well, hearing that we don't have a district or a state tournament, this will be a big deal for all these girls out there, because this is going to be the last chance, or maybe it is the last chance they're going to be able to wrestle. And for some of these seniors out there, it's the last time that they get to do this in high school. Some of them might be moving on. Others, this could be just what they're done, and they had a good time through high school. So I think we'll actually see a lot of good action tonight.
So we're about 5 minutes from the start now, and there are 2 Lakewood wrestlers, Felicity Wright, a 9th grader, and Tori Blackwood, a senior. And before the start of this match, I believe we're going to have a brief senior night ceremony for Tori. And so that should be happening here momentarily. Just a couple of quick programming notes. We were scheduled to have another wrestling match for the boys on Tuesday. That to this point has been canceled. So this will be our last wrestling event. This will be the last time I'm with Chad this year. Very sad for me. And then the girls basketball game has also been canceled for next week. So we just have one event left this year in athletics, and that is the boys basketball game versus Stanwood next Thursday night. We will be trying to bring you the concerts tomorrow night at 5 and at 7. We'll be setting up for those tonight after the game. so that we've got the live stream scheduled. So if you want to join Katie Trapp and her musicians, we'll have that on the live stream. We had a very successful live stream last Tuesday night when the jazz band and the jazz choir sang in the LHS Commons. Had about 150 people socially distanced in attendance. There's also this concert tomorrow night's going to be in the gym, and so it is open to the public if people want to show up. But again, we'll try and have it on the live stream. The best way you can find us or know what we're going to be showing is subscribe to our YouTube channel or friend us on Facebook, and you will get updates sent out to you when we schedule things or when there's any change to the Boxcaster. I mentioned that we're on the iPad tonight, so we're on the district Wi-Fi. We're not hardwired in like we've been in the past, so we're counting on the technology to be successful. But because we're able to be on the Wi-Fi, we're actually going to have a better audio system. We've got some wireless mics now that will help us with that, and we hope to improve the technology because I know the district has a strong interest in live streaming events next year and keeping this going.
And again, probably what you're seeing right now is you're seeing both of the mats down there. You might see a little bit of each of the edges cut off, but that's so we can actually try to cover majority of the matches for both matches at the same time. So we might, if there's something really exciting going on, we might try to pan it over to one or the other, but hopefully we should just be staying right in the center, and really these girls should be staying in the center and keeping the points going and the action going for the whole time anyway.
So again, just a couple minutes now until we are going to start the match, this jamboree. Again, we have wrestlers from Mount Lake Terrace, Meadowdale, Everett, Jackson, Arlington, Edmonds Woodway, Stanwood, and Snohomish here with our two Lakewood young ladies wrestling. Nick Caldwell is our head girls coach. He'll be there with Tom O'Hare. You can see them in the center of your picture right now. And also helping out is Tony Del Pozo. Tom O'Hare is right in the middle of your picture. He is chatting up the officials for tonight. It looks like we've got one of the Jackson boys back that we saw earlier in the year. And I'm not quite sure who the other official is.
Okay, fans, I think we're just about ready to get going here. So welcome to the Lakewood Hardwoods tonight. We got wrestling in June, something different. Some schools that we would like to welcome here tonight is Arlington, Stanwood, we've got Meadowdale, Jackson, Snohomish, Everett, Edmonds Woodway, Cedar Crest, and of course Lakewood. So welcome all the schools coming tonight. The officials, we got two officials tonight. We're going to have mat 1 will be the maroon mat, and then mat 2 will be the gold mat. So we'll be calling you guys out by mat 1 and mat 2 and on deck as well. But the officials on the mats tonight are Mr. Al Rivers and Greg Ortega. They're registered with the WIAA. Experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules on the mat tonight. So fans, players, and coaches, please, let's give them the respect that they deserve out there tonight. We got a couple of reminders. Number one, fans, please try to stay clear of the mat. There's not a lot of walkway on each side, and we're going to be wrestling, so just try to stay clear of that when you're walking back and forth for warm-ups. Let's also keep fans up in the stands and wrestlers unless you are called to be on deck. So if you're not up on the mat and will be on deck, then you can come back here and warm up. Warm-ups will be right behind the booth on each side. You can, whatever you want to do, bear crawls, jump rope, whatever gets you ready to get on the mat, you can do that right here behind us. But please stay out of the halls and stay out of the auxiliary gym because that's going to be closed off. Let's see. I don't know, let's just have fun. Let's have a fun night.
So Travis Bort's there on the PA announcement with a few announcements. You can see that he introduced kids, and he's saying have fun out there. You can see that mat 1 is designated as the maroon map, mat 2 is the gold map.
At this time, we're going to stand up and do the flag salute.
And we're going to pause briefly for the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance.
So I've just been informed by Baldeep, our tech director for the district, that we are not going to be able to get on YouTube tonight. So we're going to be only on Facebook. If you know somebody, or if you're texting with somebody that's saying, hey, where is it? They're trying to get onto the YouTube. Send them to the Facebook page, because the Facebook page is up and running. And we're about to have our first match called.
Actually, we're going to go through our, like you said, our little senior night here.
One senior tonight. This is Tori Blackwood.
Tory Blackwood being honored now as the only senior on the Cougar wrestling team.
Parents are Charity McKinney. She will be wrestling next year at Corbin University down in Salem, Oregon. She'll be studying criminal justice. Some of her favorite memories: her sophomore year wrestling state with Riley Ann, just growing together as a team, hanging out with Coach Nick and the girls. Once again, senior Tori Blackwood.
So Tori Blackwood getting a nice round of applause here. Been a wrestler for 4 years. Actually, she wrestled in the middle school.
Tori is very competitive. She knows what she wants, and she will stick to what she wants. She won't stay away from it, for good and for worse. I'm going to miss Tori immensely. I'm so happy that she decided to wrestle next year at Corbin. Should be a good match, good fit for you, and they treat you with the respect that you should have. The Tori Blackwood.
So a quick hug from the coach, some nice sentiments there from him, and talking about Tori going to wrestle next year at Corbin College down in Salem, Oregon.
Over the winter, I didn't realize I was doing this until just now. Over the winter, one of our coaches last year coaching us, there was a little problem, and he ended up passing away. Tonight, I and the rest of the team, I'm probably pretty sure I can speak for them, want to dedicate tonight for him. He was such a great person. He was all about athletes, coaching at least 3, sometimes 4 sports a year, middle school wrestling, every sport, every season in high school. He did that for 8 years, 10 years, I don't remember. It was a lot. So he will be very, very missed, and we just have a moment of silence. Thank you. One last thing. If any of you wrestlers are seniors and you are going to be around next year and you're like, I don't even know what to do, I might just work, but you want to give back, I highly recommend that you sign up to be a rep. They didn't know I was going to do this. We need rest. We have 9, 13, 12 in Snohomish County. That is not enough rest. So please, if you or a family member or a friend want to sign up and get back to wrestling, that is the biggest thing you can do.
So a couple more comments there by Coach Caldwell, but probably the most touching moment of the evening so far is that we had a brief moment of silence for Dan Hutchison, a long-time, decade-long Lakewood staffer, taught at Lakewood Middle School, coached fast pitch, coached wrestling at the middle school, was an assistant coach at the high school for football as well as for wrestling, who suddenly and tragically passed away in the winter this year. And so there was a moment of silence for the former staff member here, who was very involved with our kids and touched a lot of lives in this school.
All right, let's get going. Once again, now one will be.
So now it's time to wrestle.
Gold. So we're going to get right into it. Our first match tonight on mat 1 will be Kylie Rexgrove from Jackson taking on wrestling Aaliyah Hammonds from Stanwood. And on deck mat 1 will be Jalen Haas from Stanwood and Emily Reed from Edmonds. Remember, wrestlers.
So mat 1, we're going to see Jackson versus Stanwood.
All right, gold mat 2.
They have not. They did not tell us what weight class. They just announced the names.
Wrestling Kim Penn from Edmonds.
So Stanwood versus Edmonds on mat 2.
So Stanwoods will be on both mats.
Everett, wrestling Caitlin Hansen from Arlington. That's our first couple matches.
I think tonight more is about maybe just getting these girls out here. We're not in a true traditional, we're kind of in more of a tournament kind of mode. So the weights might be showing up on the board, but really the wrestlers know what weights they are, and you got so many things going on. They just are trying to get the kids up and get them out to wrestling and get them on deck and just try to get things going, because we have so many girls out here tonight, which is a lot of fun to see.
So they're getting ready to roll on mat number 1. Jackson versus Stanwood. Jackson wrestler in green, Stanwood wrestler in the multicolored red and white singlet. And it looks like this is one of the lower class weights, probably around the 105, 103 bracket, I would guess. And now you can see coming out on the floor on the gold mat will be the wrestler from Stanwood and the wrestler from Meadowdale. So, down a lot of action quickly going down here on mat 1. We've got a 2-point takedown for the girl from Stanwood. She's looking to work on the cradle hold, and she's looking for control right away, going very aggressively, getting the Jackson wrestler down on the mat.
Over on mat 2, both girls ended up pushing each other out of bounds, had to get another restart here, so we're kind of getting it going in the center. Stanwood gets a nice single leg and is going for, see if she can finish that off and try to get 2 points out of this.
The Jackson girl tried to slide out with her legs, was unable to. She's back down on her belly, and again the Stanwood wrestler's looking for the cradle to try and roll her and get the pin. She's got her. Oh, she doesn't. She slips out.
Meadowdale ended up slipping out of that single leg and actually got on top and got the 2-point takedown. She's really working the Stanwood wrestler now.
The Jackson wrestler is able to get to her feet. The Stanwood wrestler stayed in control. No points awarded for the escape. And the Jackson wrestler will choose to be down.
Stanwood got up and got out of there from Meadowdale, got herself a 1-point escape out of that.
So we're not going to have the scoreboards on the end keeping score. Instead, we've got the time and the score straight in front of us in each map. If you have a big enough TV set, or if you want to zoom in on your iPhone, you can probably see as it counts down. It's 2-0. The Stanwood wrestler is ahead. 38 seconds left to go in the first period. And now she's got a headlock. The Meadowdale wrestler seems to be in control. 1 point for the escape for the Jackson wrestler.
Meadowdale seems to be taking control again on top. Got control and got another 2-point takedown. So Meadowdale's on top of Stanwood on mat 2, 4-1.
So 2-1 Stanwood leading Jackson, 4-1 Meadowdale leading Stanwood. 9 seconds left to go in the gold match, in the gold round. 8 seconds left to go in the red round. 2-point takedown for Stanwood right at the bell. So
Meadowdale's keeping
takes a
control.
4-1 lead.
2-1.
So both first periods come to the end just right about the same time. This will now be the second 2-minute period. Stanwood's leading 6-1 right now. Oh no, 4-1.
4-1.
They had 6. Now they changed it back to 4. The referee comes over and corrects the score. Jackson wrestler chooses to be down, where she spent most of the match trying to get an escape, is unable to get out. She gets out, gets 1 point for the escape. Two-point now takedown for Stanwood. She takes a 6-2 lead, and she again is on control on top. Oh, reversal, 2 points for Jackson, making it 6-4, 1:30 to go in the period. Jackson wrestler now on top, trying to roll her with the half Nelson. Stanwood girl is just really working hard at keeping her shoulders down. Half Nelson is up to her feet and out of the hold. 1 point for the escape. 7-4 now, 1:14 left.
Getting started over on mat 2 on the gold mat again. We've got Stanwood on top with Meadowdale starting down. Stanwood girl's really trying to work her, trying to keep her down. Meadowdale's trying to get a roll and try to get out of there. Referee calls tied with a hand, so Stanwood ended up clinching that over there. So she's gonna get a warning for that. We're gonna start over.
Jackson just got 2 more points for a takedown, bringing it to 7-6 now. 45 seconds left to go in the period.
Stanwood's trying to pull Meadowdale girl back. I'd have to correct my call on that last one. She did get a penalty point for that, so Meadowdale is up 5-1 on the gold mat right now. Stanwood is trying to keep control of her, see if she can't get her rolled over to some shoulders, but Meadowdale's working really hard, trying to just get her legs or hands or anything she can under her to try to get up and out of that.
Under 30 seconds now on mat number 1, and the Jackson wrestler has control, looking to get the half Nelson and to walk her over onto her back. 10 seconds now, time running out for her to get control. She's trailing 7-6. She needs to get a point here. If she can get a near fall, that would put her in the lead, and that's the end of the period. So 7-6 here. We got a tightly contested match in our first bout on the red mat, and Jackson Stanwood. Stanwood's ahead, 7-6.
Referee had that stopped before. We just got it stopped over here because we had another penalty point. The Stanwood got a little bit too high on Meadowdale and got that into a dangerous position, so now Meadowdale's up 6-1.
Both wrestlers are looking for control here on the red match, and now got an illegal hold on the back of the head. And they're going to have 1 point for the Jackson wrestler. And so that ties the match at 7-7. A minute 39 to go.
Over on mat 2 on the gold mat, Stanwood was able to roll Meadowdale under the ground and get a pin out of this with 14 seconds left in the second period.
So back our full attention now to the red mat, where it's 7-7. Jackson shoots for a double leg takedown. The Stanwood wrestler is able to avoid it, but then rolls on top and gets 2 points for the takedown.
Up next on mat 2 is Wendy Mendoza from Everett, wrestling Swanson from Arlington.
Stanwood wrestler working on a cradle hold. Is not able to secure it, so then goes back to work on the top of the neck. She's got a hold of the leg, trying to turn him over. 55 seconds to go in the match. Stanwood's leading 9-7. And the Jackson wrestler is now on top. If she can get control, she can get 2 points for a take reversal, which she does, and that ties the match up at 9. 37 seconds left to go, tied up at 9, just in the third period.
Over on the gold mat, we've got Everett facing Arlington. Got two girls just starting off here, trying to find control, seeing who can get that, each looking for a good position, trying to get those arms controlled, hands out of there, seeing which one can figure out who can get that first takedown out of this.
Escape for the Stanwood wrestler. She takes a 10-9 lead. Now she just needs to stay out of trouble, and she'll be victorious. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the match on the red mat. Stanwood wins 10-9 in a very aggressive, well-fought match.
Over on the gold mat, we've just got two girls that are just trying to work really hard to try to find something. The referees tell them to get some action going. That kind of caught Everett off guard, and Arlington was able to get a double leg takedown, but then actually gets called for the 1 point penalty for the illegal hold.
Winner on that one, Aaliyah.
Going to start it over here.
That's Aaliyah Canis, is what I believe Travis Bortz just said. Winner for Stanwood. We'll try to give you the names of the winners as best we can. Looks like we've got
Next up on that one, Jalen Haas from Stanwood wrestling Emily Reed from Edmond.
Jalen Foss from Stanwood now versus Emily, and I didn't catch the last name. It sounds like from Lake Stevens.
Over here on the gold mat, we had some action going. We got Arlington had Everett down and was trying to roll her onto her back. She's still looking to try to get that in there. She's trying to get that head down, seeing whatever kind of position she can get. She's trying to get that chicken wing in there, see if she can't roll her over to that shoulder.
I'm not sure that I heard that right. I think that must be Edmonds Woodway in the purple, because Lake Stevens is not on my list of wrestlers. So I apologize if I miscalled her school.
Everett's doing a real good job on this gold mat over here, trying to stay off the shoulders.
2 point takedown now for the wrestler in purple. I believe her name is Emily. She's got the Stanwood wrestler in real trouble, working on the pin, trying to get her arms down, and there's the pin. So 50 minute and 3 seconds left to go in the first period.
Pin on that one from Emily Reed.
Over on the gold mat.
That's Emily Reed from Edmonds Woodway High School with the pin, a minute and 3 seconds into her match. And we
Next
have
up, one is Bridget Scott from Arlington wrestling Jillian O'Neill from Stanwood.
Bridget versus Jillian now coming up next on the red mat, and that's Arlington versus Stanwood.
On deck, that one will be
Arlington's trying to get some control here, but Everett's looking to see if she couldn't even get a head and arm out of the deal, but we're not heading that direction. Both girls on the gold mat are trying for any action they can. If she slides behind, gets control, she can get 2 points, but no, doesn't get that.
Part of the great thing about this event is that there's not going to be a whole lot of downtime between matches. This one is because the pin came so fast. We've got a little bit of time now as the girls are checking in, but generally they're ready to go.
Arlington just came up with a 2 point takedown here on the gold mat. Really working it over, so Arlington is up 4-0 currently. Got Everett rolled onto her back and their shoulders. Really working to get that arm out there and try to get those shoulders down. Doing a real good job here, trying to pull that up, seeing if she can't get those shoulders down and try to get that weight on there. See if we can get a pin out of this. Everett's got a long time to be fighting from the bottom here. She's got 37 seconds left, but she's doing a good job trying to work her way clean. But we have a pin. Arlington has a pin on the goal.
And the match begins on the red mat. Stanwood in the red singlet, Arlington in the blue singlet.
Next up at 2 is Alexi Crabtree from Stanwood, wrestling Felicity Wright from Lakewood. On deck, mat 2.
Girls are just fighting for position now on the red match. But while this one's going to go on, we are going to really focus all our attention on the gold mat, which is going to be Felicity Wright, one of the 2 Lakewood wrestlers that we're going to be really paying close attention to. Nothing still here in the Arlington Stanwood bout. Minute to go in the first period. Nobody's taking control. Oh, now we've got a takedown for Arlington. 2 points for Arlington. She's got her on her belly, looking for control.
Trying to get her rolled over onto her back here, see if she can't get her on.
Got her in the half Nelson and now is rolling her over to her back. And this is real trouble for Stanwood. Extending the arm to get the shoulders down. And there's the pin. So that's 2 pins in a row for the Arlington wrestling team. 1 on the gold mat, 1 on the red mat. As we have Felicity right now in action on the gold mat.
Scott from Arlington. Up next on mat 1 will be Layla from Stanwood.
She gets a 2-point takedown on the gold mat. Got a single leg and worked her way up. Now she's got control. Looking to figure out what she can do, see if she can't get her over her back. Kind of looking to see if she can get a cradle out of it. But she's just kind of moving around.
So as you can see, we've adjusted the camera. We're going to show you the entire full match.
Thank you.
Felicity's still working hard. She's got the Stanwood girl on her back, and we still over in looks like it's a Snohomish Everett match on the red match, and we'll just keep track of the score while showing you the Lakewood match.
Felicity's got control and gets the pin out of it on the gold mat.
Nice
And
bout.
over here on mat 2, Felicity Wright from Lakewood is your winner. Up next on mat 2 will be
First round pin for Felicity Wright.
Wrestling Melissa Adams, Cedar Crest.
What's the website called for the live stream? Can I take a picture of that?
So again, if you're on Facebook, you're seeing us. If you're looking for us on YouTube, we're not there tonight. We're not sure why. We've had some breakdown in the YouTube technology package, but we are up on Facebook Live. So if people are texting you and saying, "Where are you?" that's where you can find us. And remember, we're the Lakewood School District 306 webpage, not the Lakewood High School or any other Lakewood webpage out there.
Will be a Lion Beard from Stanwood.
Over on the red mat, Everett's got, looks like probably Stanwood kind of in trouble here. She's got quite control, needs to kind of come down a little bit, but she's got Stanwood fighting from the bottom pretty hard, trying to get some position better, try to get that covered up. Getting her a little bit more under control here. Let's see if she can get that position down and get the pin out of this. She's getting pretty close, getting it sucked up. Looking pretty good now. Stanwood's doing a real good job of fighting it off, doing the arching out of there, not keeping those shoulders down.
2-1, and that's the end of the period. 2-0. So we got a 3-point near fall now. So now we're starting again on the gold mat. And out of the ring. So Baldeep, our tech guy, our director of technology and master of all things internet, now says the YouTube site is up as well. So you can find us either at the Lakewood School District YouTube page, or you can get us at the Facebook. So We should be up and running on both our platforms now. And I have just switched over on my tablet to the YouTube, and I can see us there, so I know we're going there, and we've got 4 or 5 of you watching now on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. And
On deck, mat 1 from Snohomish.
So over on the red mat, Stanwood's had control.
on the red mat, let me catch you up. What's going on there? A minute 35 left to go in the period, and it's a 6-0 lead for the wrestler in red, which I believe is from Stanwood. Might be from Snohomish, because we were watching Felicity have her pin, and I didn't catch the school. Very close to a near fall, trying to roll her over. Oh, and now she gets up, and the Everett wrestler has turned. Oh, just about turned her and got on top. And now she's in trouble back again. 50 seconds left to go.
Over on the gold mat, we've still got a 0-0 going, I believe, into the second period. Looks to me, so we'll have to see where we're heading here.
Everett wrestler fighting hard to avoid the pin. 3 more points for a near fall. That makes it 9-0. I can't see it. That makes it 7-3. I'm sorry. There's a coach standing in our way. We're not able to see the score. 13 seconds left to go here in this period. Everett wrestler with the takedown gets 2 more points. That takes her lead to 9-3.
We just got a takedown by, I believe it was on the gold mat, I believe it might be Mount Lake Terrace, I think, over there, giving them a 3-point lead over on the gold mat right now.
Got a quick timeout on the red match. Not sure what it is. The referee's coming over to talk to the scorekeepers. Last time he did this, he had the scorekeepers change the score, but I'm not sure what he's got going on right now. Could be Snohomish Panther. That could be a wrestler from Cedar Crest. We had a parent send us a comment on Facebook saying Cedar Crest is here too. We don't have them on our sheet, but Cedar Crest is red, gray, and black. And it looks like it might be a wolf on the back of her singlet. So I'll bet you that's a wrestler from Cedar Crest.
I think we're starting to figure some things out here. Kind of hard with some of these girls that are getting different singlets thrown at us, and we're getting so quick action going on that it's hard to kind of follow which schools are up to where we're at.
So we do appreciate the comments coming in and helping us out, so that we know it's. In case we miss something, because obviously you know your kids better than we do. 9-3 now, almost a minute gone on the red match. Still fighting for position. Everett's going for the single leg takedown. Has got it, does not have it. Both wrestlers are up.
Over on the gold, we got Cedar Crest and Mount Lake Terrace kind of fighting for position. We got Mount Lake Terrace up on this, and second at 5-2 lead on this over Cedar Crest. Both wrestlers trying to keep it going, trying to find that open lane to see if we can get some more points out of this. Cedar Crest thought she had a hold, and Mount Lake Terrace got a throw, but it ended up out of bounds. We're going to come back to the center and try this again.
So again, the stalemate, fighting for hand position, 20 seconds left to go in the round. No points have been scored so far in this bout, in this round.
We're on the goal. We got less than a minute left here in this period. We're going to see if they're both fighting for position, trying to stay inside, see if we can, either one of them trying to find where they can get control and see where they can get it. Mount Lake Terrace was looking for a single leg, but Cedar Crest slipped out of it and came right behind for going to get the 2-point takedown. So now we're at a 5-4.
The end of that period, no points scored. Oh, that's the end of the match. Okay, no points scored.
From Everett is India Torres.
Everett Elia Torres is the winner from Everett. Congratulations.
Snohomish wrestling Sydney Vassell from Edmonds.
Ended up with a locked hands on the gold mat, so now we're up to 6-4 with Mount Lake Terrace.
On deck, mat 1 will be Sophia from Arlington.
Cedar Crest on top, trying to work around Mount Lake Terrace. Gets her flipped around. Trying to get some back points out of this, trying to get that shoulder down, see if she can get a pin. She's got 18 seconds. Cedar Crest working really hard.
On the red mat now, it looks like we've got Meadowdale versus Snohomish, the big S Snohomish.
I would believe that would be Snohomish.
Because Stanwood has been wrestling in red, and so Snohomish is red, black, and white, and that is the color of that singlet.
So we get 3 points near fall. We get a 2-point reversal. So I believe we should be at a 11-4 win for the Mount Lake Terrace over Cedar Crest on the gold mat.
We got to take down 2 points from the Snohomish wrestler. She's on top.
Elena Beard from Stanwood wrestling Mariah Wilgenzi from Snohomish.
So on the gold mat, we're going to have Snohomish versus Stanwood on this, so you can see the two similarities, but the two differences in the singlets. One's going to be, our Stanwood's going to be in our black and red and gray, and our Snohomish is going to be in that gray and black and white.
So Snohomish continues to ride on the Mount Lake Terrace, and it looks like we've got a few people from the gym making comments and telling us who the wrestlers are. That's awesome. Thank you all for chiming in with names and rooting for each other, rooting for your teams as they go forward. So 2 points for Snohomish for the takedown. 20 seconds left to go in the on the red map. The Snohomish wrestlers getting a little bit of a warning.
On deck mat 1 from Arlington, Sophia Allen wrestling Lakewood's Tori Blackwood.
We'll have the next Lakewood match, Tori Blackwood, coming up against a wrestler from Arlington next on the red mat. And so we will make sure we get our full attention headed in that direction when that match begins. Right now we're just starting round number 2, Snohomish leading 2-0.
Over on the gold mat, we've got Snohomish, got quite control, getting some great back points, looking to get a pin over Stanwood here. She's got the pin. That's a pin for Snohomish with just a little under a minute left in the first period.
Winner on mat 2, Elena Beard from Stanwood. Up next on mat 2.
Round number 3 going to start here in the Snohomish Mount Lake Terrace match.
Snohomish.
Mount Lake Terrace is choosing down. Snohomish is up. Snohomish wrestler is leading 2-0. Snohomish wrestler immediately takes control.
Joey Bird from Cedar Crest wrestling.
Is trying to get position to roll her over. Has not had success at that in this match. The Mount Lake Terrace wrestlers done a great job of just staying down.
So over on the gold, you've got Snohomish versus Cedar Crest. Cedar Crest has got the red band on there, and the Snohomish has got the green. Both wrestlers starting off in the center, getting pretty physical, seeing if they can get some action, see if they can get some control, see who's going to find and tangle up and where we're going to head with here.
Snohomish wrestler continues to stay on top, looking to turn her.
Both girls on the gold mat staying pretty aggressive, looking pretty good and solid. Both of them fighting to stay in the center, trying to get each one turned around and
Less
push
than
the
a
other one
minute
up.
in the match on the red mat. 2-0 still. It was an early takedown by the Snohomish wrestler that stood up to this point.
Over on the gold, Snohomish just backed down and got caught. Cedar Crest got it covered up and got a 2-point and is looking to get some back points out of it. See if she can't get her rolled over here. Snohomish got to her belly, trying to get back up. Cedar Crest threw her back down, got some more control out of it. So
Terrace got 1 point for the escape, so she now trails 2-1. If she can get out of this one here, she can tie it up. Although we got the half Nelson now by the Snohomish wrestler. She's trying to roll her to the back. No points.
Got an escape out of there, so we got 5-1 match going on over in the gold. Both girls again working to see who can get control out of this. Now Snohomish gets the takedown.
10 seconds left to go in the match on the red mat. Coming up next, Lakewood's Tori Blackwood versus Arlington wrestler. Oh! The Snohomish wrestler flipped her to her back. Could have gotten some additional points. Did not get the points. The horn sounded, and that was the end of the period. Oh, that was the only end of the second period. We've still got one period to go over here, Chad.
Well, we just finished over the first period on the gold mat. We've got Cedar Crest over Stanwood, or Snohomish, I believe, at a 5-3. We're just moving into the second period. Looks like we've chose to go both of them standing up. Going to work it again in the center so you can get that control again. Cedar Crest gets a takedown. It's got a nice hold on her. See if she gets the pin out of Snohomish.
And the Snohomish wrestler again is on top. It seems like she spent 5.5 of the 6 minutes in this very position, just unable to move her. Once the Mount Lake Terrace wrestler gets down on her belly.
Joey Word from Cedar Crest wrestling Jay Desmond from Snohomish. On deck, mat 2 will be Bethany Smith from Cedar Crest.
So 1:10 left to go in the match. 2-1 Snohomish. Mount Lake Terrace wrestler, the Meadowdale wrestler just needs to, I think I've been saying Mount Lake Terrace, it's Meadowdale, my bad. Is trying to get to the edge, and it just needs 1 point for the escape to tie up the bounds.
We have a lot of teams here. I think you're going to probably miss a few names here and there tonight. A lot of action going on, a lot of things moving pretty quick.
30 seconds now left in this match, and the Meadowdale wrestler looking to get to her feet now is off the mat.
Again, now on that 2, we have Joey Word from Cedar Crest wrestling Jay Ledesma from Snohomish.
So Snohomish wrestler will be on top. Meadowdale wrestler looking for a quick escape with 30 seconds left to tie up the match. But Snohomish wrestler's not having anything of it. It's not allowing her to slip out as she's trying to get her feet shot out the outside.
So
Snohomish wrestler again riding high.
Over on the gold mat, we're going to have again another match with Cedar Crest and Snohomish, two different girls, but same schools again.
So
Bethany Smith.
the Meadowdale wrestler just got a point because the Snohomish wrestler had her up around her head after there'd been a warning, and so that's a 1 point penalty, and so it's tied up at 2. 10 seconds left to go in the match.
On deck mat
On
one.
the gold mat, Snohomish slipped behind Cedar Crest to get the 2-point takedown.
Lakewood. On deck mat one.
Cedar Crest is on her belly, seeing if she can't
And
get...
that is the match. That match is going to end up tied at 2.
Cedar Crest is doing a really good job here, staying on those knees, not trying to give
So
her
1
anything.
minute of overtime in this match here. Tori Blackwood is still getting ready to, she's up next here against a girl from Arlington on the red mat.
Snohomish getting Cedar Crest rolled over to her back on the gold mat, getting it squeezed out, getting
So,
close.
Chad, what's going to happen here if we go 1 minute and there are no points scored? Will it eventually just be a tie, or?
We'll run into another overtime period, and then we'll start moving. I don't know how we're going to follow this with all the rules for high school. Guess we'll find out. But hopefully somebody can score a point here pretty quick.
She'll be wrestling Rain Allen from Arlington.
The Snohomish wrestler here on the red mat is very aggressive.
Over on the gold now, we have Cedar Crest and Arlington going at it. Arlington's got a single leg. Needs to got that head out of there to get that 2-point takedown.
10 seconds left to go in this 1 minute overtime period on the red mat.
Next up, on deck for mat 2 will be Kahan Chloe for Snohomish, wrestling Merrill McKay from Snohomish.
So it's going to be another 1 minute. No, it's going to be a 30-second match with the Snohomish losing the toss or being down, and the Meadowdale wrestler on top. Snohomish wrestles to her feet. If she can break the hold to get out, that's 1 point for the escape. It's not apparently it's not sudden death.
No, we'll do it one more 30-second overtime on the red mat after this to give the other wrestler a chance to see if they can score, see if they can. If not, then we're going to be going to the sudden death overtime for your fourth and final overtime.
Now 30 seconds again being put on the clock here on the red mat.
On deck mat 2, it's Cody Cahan from Snohomish wrestling McKay Morrill from Snohomish.
Over on the gold, Arlington has pretty good control, but Cedar Crest is working her way up and got a 1-point escape.
So the Meadowdale wrestler is down now, and if she can, it's an interesting choice to have her be down and try to get another escape. And she's up, and she's out. Another point for the escape. 10 seconds left to go. Meadowdale is now winning 3. Oh no, they tied at 3. What?
So we got a 1-point escape out of it. So you've got both wrestlers at 1 point. So that evens it up.
I thought the Meadowdale wrestler got the escape the last time too. So I had it at 3-2 Meadowdale heading into that round, and obviously I was wrong.
Well, we have the ref checking the score, so there's obviously.
On deck now 1 will be Sophia Allen from Arlington wrestling Tori Blackwood from Lakewood.
Arlington over on the gold over here has got a pretty dominant lead on Cedar Crest at 8-2. Having nice control, trying to work her. See if she can get onto her back.
They just put 30 seconds on the clock, so it looks like they're going to keep wrestling. I guess I was wrong. Not the first time, not the last time tonight. Allendale wrestler. Just keeps her down, keeps her under control. Trying to keep her on the ground, rolls her on her back. This is a match of attrition more than it's going to be anything else.
She needs to clear that. Then she gets a reversal.
Now, 2 points for the Snohomish wrestler.
Over on the goal, Arlington staying in control here. We've got 26 seconds left. Cedar Crest is doing a really good job trying to fight out of this, staying on her belly, trying to get up to her knees, just trying to get up and get out of there.
And we finally have a winner. Kaylin Donald from Snohomish with the win in overtime. And now up is Tori Blackwood from Lakewood wrestling someone from Arlington. And we're going to be focusing on that match.
On deck, mat 1 will be Olivia Hillstad from Cedar Crest.
So we're on the gold mat. We're starting period 3. Both wrestlers, Cedar Crest has chosen to be up. She's down 8-2.
So Cedar Crest, the Red Wolves have sent a number of wrestlers here. That was not just a one-off we saw. This is at least the 4th Cedar Crest wrestler we're going to see on the red match after Tori has wrestled here. So the Lakewood wrestler, the senior, honored tonight before the match here in our last match in Lakewood High School. Let's see if she can go out with a win.
Over on the gold, Arlington comes up with a takedown.
A lot of hand fighting between these two wrestlers. I wonder if they're in the same wrestling club in the summer, or if they've wrestled each other before, even though the schools are not in the same classification.
Arlington's over on the gold mat trying to wrap up a cradle, see if she can pull that head to that knee and get her to get locked up in here.
And that's out of your picture. We've got a quick break in the action on the red match, so we'll swing back over here to the gold match, where it's hard to see the action because we have a spectator standing in the right in the picture. Normally we have the tripod up a little higher, but with the new technology, the tripod couldn't quite get it high enough to have the right angle to shoot down onto the match. Something we'll be working on in the future.
Arlington gets a pin out of that one.
Next on that 2 will be Chloe Cahan from Snohomish, wrestling McKay Morrill from Snohomish.
So under a minute now in the first round of the match. We got a headgear issue, and we're going to stop the clock with 49 seconds, 0-0 here. And
so over on the gold mat, I think we're going to be able to keep the schools straight. We got Snohomish versus Snohomish. Might be a little bit hard for her to keep what the scoring is. I'll just be able to tell you that Snohomish is up or Snohomish is down. Both girls fighting in the center, looking for that control to figure out who's got the dominance and looking for the takedown.
And now with the headgear repaired, 49 seconds to go in the first period, we're going to wrestle again here on the red mat.
Snohomish looking for a double leg on the gold mat. Doesn't quite have control, needs to get turned around and get behind her to get some of that. Now look at some of that.
The Arlington wrestler gets Blackwood in a takedown, scores 2 points. Blackwood is up, trying to get the 1 point for the escape. Now she's trying to get 2 points for the reversal. She gets 2 points for the takedown. Ties it up at 2 with 10 seconds left to go. And she's got her in a dangerous position, trying to get her on her back. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Referee checking it out, and that's the period. 3 points near fall, so after no points being scored for the first minute and 40 seconds. 7 points were scored in the last 20 seconds with a takedown and then another takedown without an escape and a near fall. So Blackwood leads 5-2.
Over on the gold mat, we've got green up for 2 points. Both girls just trying to find control and trying to get it rolled over, see if we can't get it figured out. Red has got control currently. 7 seconds left on the gold mat for the first period.
All right, Blackwood on top now as the Arlington wrestler is down, and she is trying to maintain her control as the Arlington wrestler tries to get to her feet. Blackwood has the half Nelson, is trying to roll her over onto her back. She gets her about halfway. Now she gets her all the way. And now it's trying to get that other shoulder down. Blackwood's got the Arlington wrestler in trouble.
Over on the gold mat, they started with red down and green on top.
Blackwood gives up a little bit of position, trying to roll her, trying to get her from the front, is unable to, as the Arlington wrestler continues to kick out with her legs and keep her shoulders off the mat. And there's the pin. So Tori Blackwood in her last match at Lakewood High School before she goes to Corbin College to wrestle on a scholarship, pins the Arlington wrestler with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go in the second round. Congratulations, Tori, on a great career and a great match. And now we'll go back just in time for the pin
By Snohomish.
Winner on that 2 is from Snohomish, Chloe Gahan.
On the red mat, we've got Snohomish versus Cedar Crest. Both girls in the center, fighting for control. A little bit of hand fighting going on.
All right, your winner on that 2 is Janae Beckman from Snohomish.
So it looks like there's a little bit of a break on
Next up for match 2 will be
match 2.
From Stanwood.
And we've got a pin. The Red Wolf pins the Panther. 40 seconds into that match.
Quick pin by Cedar Crest.
Next up, mat 1 from Arlington will be Zoe Hitson, wrestling from Stanwood, Katana Garalti.
So on match 1, we're going to have Arlington versus Stanwood one more time.
Looks like we're getting some wrestlers ready to go here on mat 2 on the gold mat.
And we are not sure how many girls are going to wrestle tonight. We're not sure how many matches we're going to see. We're just going to stay here and bring it all to you till it's over. Dale Leach with Chad Hudson. This is our last wrestling match of the year. We have one more basketball game scheduled right now, as well as the music concert tomorrow night. If you like what you're seeing and you want to know more, like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Appreciate all the comments that people are providing and cheering for their teams. And we hope that everybody is able to tune in and see what's going. Janae Beckman.
Over on the gold mat, the red band is Stanwood, and then Jackson will be in the green. Both girls starting off in the center. Jackson sliding around for a quick 2-point takedown. Over on the red mat, we have Arlington and Stanwood, both girls looking to gain position.
On deck mat 2 from Arlington, Elizabeth Williams Bales, wrestling Johanna Vasquez from Cedar Crest.
On the gold mat, Jackson doing a really good job maintaining control, keeping Stanwood down. See if she can't find an open hole, try to get her rolled over under her back. Both girls on the red mat still looking and fighting for position. See if we can't get some points out of that. Arlington turns around, slides by, and gets a 2-point takedown. Got her rolled over to her back with a quick pin.
Quick pin for Arlington there on the red mat.
Over on the gold mat, we're still having quite a bit of dominance by Jackson on top. Stanwood doing a really good job of fighting, trying to get to her knees, trying to get up, trying to do whatever she can to not get to her back.
Up next, mat 1 is Janae Beckman from Arlington, wrestling Brianna Williams Bales from Arlington.
Over on the red mat, we're going to have both Arlington girls going. Gold mat, you're still seeing quite a bit of trying to figure out for Jackson, see if she can't get that Stanwood girl over, but Stanwood seems to be doing a really good job fighting from that bottom. Got 9 seconds left in this first period on the gold mat. Jackson's up still 2-0. Over on the red mat, we got both Arlington girls sticking to the center, trying to look for position. Jackson starts down in the second period for on the gold mat, Stanwood on top. Jackson tried to slide out of that, but it didn't quite work for her. Stanwood doing a good job of sticking with her, trying to keep control, trying to keep that ride going.
So on the red match, it looks like Arlington versus a Arlington wrestler. It's a couple of Arlington wrestlers going against each other. So I can guarantee you that Arlington is going to win.
Jackson's got a nice tight squeeze out of here, got Stanwood rolled over to her back and gets a pin on the gold mat. The minute 15 left in the second period.
30 seconds left to go in this Arlington versus Arlington match.
Winner on mat 2 from Jackson, Amanda Razumov. Next up at 2 will be Elizabeth William Bales from Arlington, wrestling Johanna Padilla Vasquez from Cedar Crest.
So I have Arlington versus Cedar Crest on the gold mat starting.
On deck mat 2 from Jackson will be Kylie Rexroad, wrestling Kim.
And that's the end of the first period with
deck mat 2.
One of the Arlington wrestlers got the 2 points for the takedown and then got 3 points for the near fall. The green wrestler will have their choice. And will choose both girls up.
Over on the gold mat, both girls looking, looks like Arlington was looking to try to get that swing over, but got her to drop down to her back. Got her over, getting some near fall points. Gonna see if she can't get her squeezed up, walking around. Maybe get a pin out of this. And we do. Arlington with a pin with a minute 16 left in the first period.
Mat 2, we have a pin from Arlington.
So on the red match, the girls are looking for control, a lot of hand fighting and looking for a way to get a grip and
You're
Did a
up on mat
takedown.
2.
And one, the Arlington wrestler to her knees, but the other one is not able to capitalize it and get them down.
So we've got Jackson, and they announced that the blue singlet was from Edmonds, but I believe that's a Meadowdale.
I think so. I think Edmonds was wearing purple tonight earlier.
Yeah.
It's got some action now on the red mat. We've got 2 points for a takedown. And
Winner on that one for
Jackson got a
Arlington.
2-point takedown here on the gold mat.
no, yes, that was a pin. 28 seconds left to go. We had the pin.
Up next on that one, Wendy Mendoza from Everett wrestling Sophia
Meadowdale doing a real good job
Well,
trying to
they
get out.
just announced this blue was Edmonds as well, so we may have been calling
on deck now.
Meadowdale Edmonds because they just said that this is Everett versus Edmonds on the red mat. So
Because if anybody's out there, they can sure help us out and let us know.
they could, I guess they wear whatever colors they want. I don't know. It's okay, they're wrestling, they're having a good time. We're not messing up anybody's names because we don't know anybody's names.
I can definitely tell you on the gold mat that Jackson's got her opponent in quite a bit of trouble right now. Got some near fall points out of it.
So we're about ready to start the action on the red match.
Both wrestlers get out of bounds on the gold. Jackson is up 5-0 in the first period with 17 seconds left to go.
And I don't think they've been bringing out specific weight classes in order. I think we're just seeing a bunch of wrestling because we've just gotten a lot of different wrestlers out there giving it their all. So on the red match, we just started 30 seconds into the match as the girls are looking to control.
Jackson had her opponent in quite a bit of trouble there, but just ran out of time and didn't get the pin out of it.
And there we have a pin on the gold match. The Jackson wrestler pins the Edmonds or Meadowdale or blue wrestler.
From Stanwood, Sydney Wiggin wrestling Aaliyah Hammonds from Stanwood. You're up on that.
See, we have a couple of comments on the Facebook page from Snohomish fans. The last name of Cahan. I wonder if they're any relation to my good friend Eric Cahan, the principal at Snohomish High School. If so, let's give a shout out to Snohomish High School principal and hope he's enjoying our broadcast tonight. Eric, I hope you're doing well.
So
2 point lead now it's escape and 2 points for the, I believe, Meadowdale wrestler, although they said Edmonds. And now a 1 point escape. We have a headgear mask problem. It's 3-3 with 13 seconds left to go here. in the first round on the red mat.
Over on the gold, I do believe we have two Stanwood wrestlers competing against each other.
And that's the end of the first period on the red mat.
Both wrestlers work themselves out of bounds. Got started over in the center. Again, we go out of bounds on the gold mat and start back again in the center.
So the Meadowdale wrestler, or the light blue wrestler, has chosen to be down, and we're going to start the second period.
Green gets a 2-point takedown on the gold mat. Got control, looking to get some back points out of this, maybe get a pin.
The light blue wrestler is looking to break the grip and get an escape.
The green band wrestler from Stanwood is doing a real nice job of looking to try to get that other shoulder down and get the pin out of this. The red Stanwood wrestler doing a very good job fighting from the bottom. So green gets a pin on the gold mat.
Mat 2 from Stanwood, Leah Hammonds with the pin. Next up on mat 2, Alexi Crabtree from Stanwood wrestling Emily Reed from Edmonds at 2.
So we have an Edmonds Woodway wrestler on the gold mat. We're waiting for a second wrestler coming out. That'll be from Stanwood.
The Everett wrestler on the red mat is still working hard, trying to get control, but no points have been scored. Now points have been scored. Looks like we're going to get 3 points for the near fall, and there's the pin. Everett is going to win over the light blue wrestler, either from Edmonds or Meadowdale.
I'm going to call it Meadowdale. I'm going to stick to my guns because I'm going with Edmonds Woodway over here that just got a 2-point takedown on the gold mat over Stanwood. She's looking to try to get her rolled over to her back, doing a really nice job, looking to have some nice form there.
On deck mat 1 from Everett, India Torres will be wrestling Alyssa Adams.
Trying to get that leg pulled up with that crossface, see if she can't get those locked two together, see if she can get it pulled together of a cradle. Stanwood gets to her knees, trying to get out of here. Edmonds gets her back down to her belly. Working right on the edge of that mat there.
Looks like we've got another Lakewood wrestler coming out here on the red mat. This is Lakewood versus Stanwood, I believe.
.28 seconds to go.
And the Stanwood wrestler is on top, looking for control after the Lakewood wrestler went for the single leg. She looks like she's going to be able to get out of it, while the Lakewood wrestler is trying to secure the leg and getting the takedown. So far, no points given for a takedown for either one of the wrestlers because neither one has got control. Although there is the Stanwood wrestler with control, gets 2 points, 1 point for the escape.
Moving into the second period on the gold mat. Stanwood has a decision to make. They're going to choose the up position. Nope. She's going to choose up and start up.
So 2-1, Stanwood. 1 minute to go in
Edmonds up 2-0 starting in the second period here. Stanwood doing a really good job keeping the Edmonds wrestler down, keeping her in control.
The Lakewood wrestler, they're all outside, and so the Stanwood wrestler's now up 4-1 with another takedown. "20 seconds left on the clock in the first period.
Edmonds gets herself out of there, gets a 1-point escape. She's up 3-0 with a minute left to go in the first. Now she gets a 2-point takedown. Quick slide by.
The Lakewood wrestler's trying to break the grip and get out. 5 seconds left. The Stanwood wrestler still maintaining control, trying to roll her on her back. And that is the end of the period. 4-1 lead for Stanwood.
"35 seconds left to go here in the second period on the gold mat. Edmonds looking to try to get Stanwood rolled over to her back. Trying. Gets the pin. It's a pin with Edmonds with 23 seconds left to go in the second period.
Lakewood wrestler chose to be up and now is trying to drive the Stanwood wrestler to the ground. He's got a hold of a leg. Now is forcing her to the ground. Stanwood wrestler's trying to get her up to her feet where she can break the hold and get an escape, but was not able to do it on that attempt.
On deck mat 1 is India Torres from Everett wrestling Alyssa Adams from Cedar Crest on deck mat 1.
And the Stanwood wrestler got up and now has a reversal for 2 points. And she now leads 6-1 with a minute and 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. She's going to get a near fall as well, as the referee just counted out 3, which should be 3 points for a near fall, as the Stanwood wrestler works on the pin. Very close now, 55 seconds left to go in the period. I don't think that the Lakewood wrestler can fight her way out of it for 55 seconds and keep off. And that's
a pin.
A pin, even though he didn't slap the mat and say pin. Stanwood wrestler beats the Lakewood wrestler on the green match, waiting for the next gold match to occur. That is related to my good friend Eric Cahan, principal at Snohomish High School. Eric and I have known each other for over 20 years. When we both started out as assistant principals, he at Snohomish, me in Oak Harbor. One of the real gentlemen in this area. Appreciate when he was at Granite Falls, appreciated his collegiality and his friendship, that's for darn sure. Eric, I hope you're doing well. It's Arlington versus Stanwood on the gold mat now.
2 from Stanwood, Jillian O'Neill wrestling Hope Abichu from Edmonds. You're on deck, mat 2.
So we have Everett versus Cedar Crest now on the red mat.
Stanwood thought she had a hold over on Arlington on the gold mat. Got out of it. Gets that headlock. Getting some back closure. So Stanwood had her hands locked, so she gets a 1-point penalty against her, so she's up on Arlington 4-1.
On the red mat now, the Everett wrestler has got the Red Wolf on the ground and is really controlling her, has a 2-point lead on the takedown. 1 minute left to go here in the first period. And the Everett girl has her on her back. Now it's just going, there's the pin. So short work of this Red Wolf, minute and 10 seconds, and the Everett wrestler comes out and hits the pin.
From Everett, Terrace is your winner.
Stanwood's got good control of this because Arlington rolled over to her back, trying to get both of those shoulders down on the ground and get a pin.
From Snohomish.
She's got 42 seconds left to do this. Arlington doing a really good job of fighting off on that bottom, getting back to her belly.
So our next match on the red mat is going to be
On deck mat 1 from Snohomish, Mariah.
And on the gold mat, we get Stanwood gets a pin with 20 seconds left in the first period.
on deck is someone from Snohomish.
Is your winner. Up next on mat 2. Jillian O'Neill from Stanwood, wrestling Hope Ambachu Edmonds.
So this is Saholmish versus Stanwood on the red mat. And immediately the Snohomish wrestler is very aggressive. Is able to get behind the Stanwood wrestler and try to get her to the ground. Stanwood wrestler is trying to get off the mat, is unable to. Snohomish wrestler puts her down for a 2-point takedown.
Over on the gold mat, we are going to have Stanwood versus Mount Lake Terrace. Mount Lake Terrace in the green leg band and Stanwood in the red.
Snohomish wrestlers circling back and forth each side of the Stanwood wrestler's body, trying to get an advantage, is unable to.
Mount Lake Terrace got a single leg. Stanwood's fighting.
1 minute gone in the period. Snohomish wrestler still fighting for control and looking for an edge to flip the Stanwood wrestler, leading 2-0.
Mount Lake Terrace got slipped and got out of it, and Stanwood ended up getting a 2-point takedown out of that. Got a quick escape, and Mount Lake Terrace got the 1. Stanwood's up on mat 2. 2-1 with 54 seconds left to go in the first period.
On deck mat 1 is Mariah Olginski from Snohomish, wrestling Sydney Bastille from Edmonds on deck mat 1. On deck mat 2.
So running into the end of the first period on the red mat, just 10 seconds left to go. Snohomish wrestler's been on top the entire time, but hasn't been able to do much after the initial takedown. And that's the end of the first period. 2-0 Snohomish. Coin is flipped. The red person gets the choice, and she chooses up. So the Snohomish wrestler will be down.
Both girls on the gold still fighting for position with 13 seconds left. We had a 1-point penalty, bringing the match to a tie at 2-2.
Snohomish wrestler tries to take her down. She keeps her up. She gets up. She's trying to break that lock, get the escape. The Stanwood wrestler keeps trying to put her down and is unable to get her back down onto the mat. And she lets her go. 1-point escape for the Snohomish wrestler. She gets a 3-0 lead 30 seconds into the second round.
Starting off the second period on the gold mat, we've got both girls starting on the up position. Again, looking for control. We've got a 2-2 match with a tight one going on.
Snohomish wrestler now is taken down. The Stanwood wrestler gets 2 points for the takedown. She now has a 5-0 lead, 1 minute and 10 left to go in the second period.
on the gold mat, still looking to find that slight edge for both girls. Just trying to grab those wrists, control those arms, seeing where they can get to on the actual takedown move.
Snohomish wrestler is blown. We have a timeout. Not sure. Looks like the Stanwood wrestlers maybe hyperventilating, maybe had the wind knocked out of her. 44 seconds left to go in the period. And there's ever-present trainer Brandon Stott, Lakewood High School graduate, out there making sure that that wrestler is okay.
We have stoppage in action over on the gold mat. Both girls still trying to look for that advantage, get run out of bounds. They start back in the center. We got 35 seconds left to go in the first period in the gold. Still a 2-2 tie.
On deck mat 2, Tori Blackwood from Lakewood wrestling Raina Allen from Arlington. On deck mat 2.
So Tori Blackwood is going to have another match tonight. It was not her last match that she pinned. She's going to have another one. Oh, I thought it was a pretty good way to go out.
See if she can get a second pin out of it for tonight.
I think that's all she's thinking about. She is a competitor.
Coming to the end of the second period here on the gold mat.
Brandon still talking to the wrestlers down. It looks like she may just be done. The Snohomish, the Stanwood coach crosses his arms and says, enough. And nope, she said they're going to keep going. Okay. I guess that doesn't mean I'm done. Here we go. Snohomish wrestler going. Stanwood wrestler trying to get to her feet, break that hold. She trails 5-0 with 35 seconds to go in the second period.
Over on the gold mat, we got a quick reversal by Mount Lake Terrace, rolled her over and got the pin.
We have a pin on mat 2.
25 seconds left to go here on the red mat. 5-0 Saholmish is leading.
Next up on mat 2 from Lakewood, Tori Blackwood wrestling Raina Allen from Arlington. Next up mat
2. Snohomish wrestler working hard. Again, we saw most of the first round trying to work from side to side on the body of the Stanwood wrestler, unable to turn them. And again, here she leads 5-0 going into the third period, and she is choosing to be down.
So we have Tori Blackwood up on the gold mat on against
Snohomish
Arlington.
wrestler breaks away immediately, gets 1 point for the escape, and now leads 6-0, just 10 seconds into the third round.
Gold mat, Tori circling around. Both wrestlers looking to see where they can actually find an opening, see if they can get that shot taken. See where that weakness is.
will be Janae Beckman from Snohomish wrestling Jessica Wonder from Cedar Crest.
Whistle on the red mat. Headgear problem for the Stanwood wrestler, now being readjusted.
Gold mat, both girls getting pretty aggressive, a lot of pushing going on, trying to get that head pushed down, get things working, and trying to get that dominance of who can get the actual position. Got to be careful of those head girls.
So Stanwood is now, Snohomish ready to go again. Immediately into a half Nelson by the Snohomish girl. Stanwood wrestlers up, trying to break that grip. Snohomish is ahead 8-0 with 1:20 to go in the period. She gets her back down on the ground and again is going to start working her body from side to side, trying to find that edge to get her to roll over.
Still a lot of hand fighting and pushing going on to see if there's not a real opening for either wrestler going on. We're getting kind of a referee's asking for some action, or else both wrestlers have been warned for stalling.
Stanwood wrestler's on her back and is pinned. Snohomish wrestler pins the Stanwood wrestler with 44 seconds left to go in the third period.
Tori gets a takedown with the last few seconds in the first period. She is up 2-1 in the first.
On deck number 1, Haley Lotta from Arlington, wrestling Sophia Allen from Arlington. On deck number 1.
Lakewood will start in the bottom position to start the second period. Arlington on top.
Looks like Meadowdale versus Snohomish on the red mat.
Arlington trying to find that second wrist, see if she can't keep control of it. Tori doing a really good job of keeping it away from her, trying to keep that 3-point base.
Snohomish and Meadowdale just fighting for position. Although the Snohomish wrestler just bull rushes her and puts her down on her back, gets 2 points for the takedown.
Tori gets out for escape within the first minute.
So the Snohomish wrestler takes a 2-0 lead, 1:25 to go here in the first period. Working hard to get the pin now. And there it is, the pin. Snohomish wrestler, as they were hand fighting, just bull rushed her, got her going backwards, used her momentum, put her right down.
Next up on mat 1 from Arlington.
Both girls on the gold mat got a quick turnaround. Arlington was able to get the slide by and get Tori down on the ground for another 2-point takedown. We've got this match tied up at 3-3 with 40 seconds left to go in the second period. Arlington looking for that open position, trying to get that arm controlled where she wants it, see if she can't get Tori rolled over to her back.
The Meadowdale wrestler is being helped off by Brandon Stott. It looked like she may have turned her ankle as she was stumbling backwards trying to avoid the bull rushing. Snohomish wrestler.
Sophia Allen from Arlington. You're up next on mat 1.
Get a new start over in the second period with 9 seconds left to go. Tied match at 3-3. And that's the end of the second period on that, with Lakewood and Arlington tied up at 3 apiece.
Got an Arlington versus Arlington match on the red mat.
Arlington in the down position to start the third period on the goal.
The one Arlington wrestler gets a takedown on the other, has a near fall. Is about to roll her and pin, but is not able to get it. So 4 quick points there for the takedown and the near fall.
Arlington gets a quick turnaround, gets the 2-point reversal. She is up now 6-3. She's getting some near fall points on the Lakewood. Tori's in trouble on the bottom here. Arlington doing a really good job of trying to get Troy, and Arlington gets the pin over Lakewood.
Winner on that 2, pin by Arlington, Raina Allen is your winner.
So on the red mat now, the Arlington in the blue and white Eagles singlet is ahead 4-0. 30 seconds left to go. She again rolls over her teammate, who had her briefly on her back, but was able to squirm back onto her front side with her shoulders down on the mat. But there's definite control there. 18 seconds left to go in the period.
The Wonder wrestling Jada Beckman from Snohomish.
Yes.
Again in that 2 is Elizabeth Williams-Bales from Arlington wrestling Julia Boyd.
And that's the end of the first period. 4 points for the blue and white Arlington wrestler, and no points for the solid blue Arlington wrestler.
On the gold mat, we're going to have Cedar Crest in the red leg band and Snohomish in the green leg band. Both girls get started and just start.
The white singlet Arlington wrestler is chosen to be up, and she immediately gets back in control of her teammate, trying to roll her onto her back. She spent a lot of time on the back of her opponent, trying to roll her over, and almost gets her that time.
Both girls on the gold looking to try to find position to see if we can. And Cedar Crest gets a leg, gets that head over, gets that actual 2-point takedown, looking for his batter on her back, and gets a pin.
So Arlington white singlet still just riding on the back of the blue singlet, just trying to control, but can't really do anything from this point forward. She has a 4-0 lead with 50 seconds left to go here in the second period.
In the gold, we have Arlington in the green and Snohomish in the red.
And again, 30 seconds left to go. The Arlington in the white singlet still has her 4-0 lead and is still on top, unable to get her on her back. Looking for a cradle, looking for a half Nelson, looking for any way to get that other hand and turn it.
Arlington gets the takedowns, got Snohomish on her back.
10 seconds left to go in this period.
Saholmish gets a reversal.
And that's the end of the second period. No points scored. Arlington white singlet ahead 4-0.
Currently on the gold mat, we've got Arlington ahead at 5-2 with a minute left to go in the first period. Snohomish on top. Trying to figure if she can get some back points out of this, try and get her rolled over.
And so again, we have the Arlington white singlet on top, trying to work the blue singlet over, trying to get her on her back, and she just has not been able to roll her over, even though she spent the majority of the time on top.
Snohomish still controlling the match over here, even though she's down in points. 5 seconds left to go in the first.
The blue wrestler just about got to her feet. Now they're out of the circle, but He's not calling them out yet. Now he's got to call them out. So 1:09 left to go here in the third period. 4-0 still. Arlington blue and white over Arlington blue.
Wrestlers choose the up position in the gold mat. Start the second period. Arlington looking to try
now
to get
she's
that
got her on
takedown.
her back. Finally, nope, she just rolls out of it. Just back on her shoulders. Just for the briefest moment, Arlington white singlet had her
Arlington's
rolled
got
over.
Snohomish down. Let's get the pin.
45 seconds left to go in the match. 4-0 lead still.
Winner of mat 2 was Williams Bales from Arlington with the pin. Next up on mat 2, Alina Wiggin from Stanwood wrestling Zoe Hitson from Arlington. You're up on mat 2.
25 seconds left to go. Still 4-0.
On deck mat 2 from Cedar Crest.
She's got lots of time on her back, but just has been unable to move her from there. And 1 second, that's the match, and the Arlington white singlet beats the Arlington solid singlet 4-0 on mat number 1.
Up on mat 2 right now from Arlington, Zoe Pitson wrestling Stanwood's Alina Wiggin. You're up on mat 2. Winner from Arlington on mat 1, Haley Lotta. Next up on mat 1 is from Cedar Crest, Joey Ward wrestling McKay Morrell from Snohomish. On deck mat 1 from Stanwood, Katana Karasti wrestling Johanna Padilla Vasquez from Cedar Crest. You're on deck mat
The gold mat, we've got action starting with Stanwood versus
1.
Arlington.
On deck mat 2
Both
from
girls
Cedar
looking to
Crest,
try to get
Olivia Hillstead
in there to determine,
wrestling Amanda
see if they can
Ramos
find a position on
from
each other.
Jackson on deck mat 2.
So on the green mat, on the red mat, we have Snohomish versus Cedar Crest. The last time we saw that matchup, it was on the gold mat, and the Cedar Crest wrestler made quick work of the Panther. But since I don't know who they were, I'm sure these are different. But the Snohomish wrestlers making quick time right now of trying to get on top and control, and is trying to circle around now and get in behind the Red Wolf to take control and get the 2 points for the takedown.
Arlington got a takedown there as they were wrestling around, and then Stanwood actually got a reversal out of it.
So 0-0, minute gone here in the first period, Snohomish versus Cedar Crest. As the Snohomish wrestler continues to try and control that leg and be able to get around and control.
Stanwood in control now with 39 seconds left on the gold mat. We've got a tie match at 2-2.
Still no points given, no control. Now it looks like there's going to be control. And we've got 2 points for the takedown for the Panther. And now she's trying to roll him over. She's getting close to the back. She's got her on, almost on her back. Referee is looking to see. And there's the pin. The Panther makes short work of the Red Wolf this time. And it is Snohomish winning in 1 minute and 34 seconds on the red mat.
Arlington got an escape late in the first period, putting themselves up 3-2 over Stanwood. Going to start here on the second period. Stanwood defers. Arlington chooses up.
On deck, mat 1 from Arlington, Janae Beckman, wrestling Snohomish, Emily Pena.
Arlington up early, 3-2 in the second.
Waiting for our next wrestlers out here on the red mat. Looks like a wrestler from Stanwood and a wrestler from
Arlington.
Cedar Crest checking in at the table.
Stanwood's got control, looking to see if she can get behind her to get the 2 points. Got her down, get a 2-point takedown. Putting Stanwood up 4-3. A little over a minute to go in the second period.
So underway on the red mat now. Stanwood versus Cedar Crest. And the Stanwood wrestler is on top, trying to circle around and get control. The Cedar Crest wrestler has a leg, trying to get the single leg takedown and get around her and get control. No points given yet, as there is no control yet.
Stanwood trying to roll over Arlington. Arlington was smart and got
2
that
points
arm out.
now. Takedown for Stanwood.
Got a little bit of a mask issue for Arlington.
Stanwood now is on the back, got the half Nelson, trying to turn the Cedar Crest wrestler, using that leverage. And just right now, they're spinning around in circles. Oh, she's got him now 2/3 of the way, and they're off the mat. Stanwood wrestler will be on top. She remains in control now after the restart. 35 seconds left to go in the first period. She's ahead 2-0 and is in control right now on top. There she rolls over. Oh, she got him going. The momentum took her all the way over. So the Cedar Crest wrestler is now on top. And that's 2 points for a reversal. And 2-1, and that's the end of the first period. So a little bit too much aggressive. Momentum carried her over. The Cedar Crest wrestler was able to take advantage and get 2 points for a reversal, tying it up at 2. With 2 minutes to go, with the 2 minutes now, here is the start of the second period.
Action starting back up again on the gold mat. Got 23 seconds left to go in the second period. Stanwood trying to maintain control on top.
So again, the Stanwood wrestler starts on top and immediately puts the Cedar Crest wrestler onto her shoulders and stomach.
And that's the end of the second period on the gold mat.
So 2-2 here, minute and 30 left to go in the second period. The Stanwood wrestler maintains control from the restart at the period, and now we have a 1 point for the green wrestler for being in a dangerous position with the head. So Cedar Crest takes a 3-2 lead because there's the penalty on the Stanwood wrestler. Stanwood wrestler immediately back to work, working from the top and now from behind, trying to find a way to roll the Cedar Crest wrestler over. She looks like she's working the half Nelson, but is unable to roll her.
Started the third on the gold. Arlington's on top, controlling on the Stanwood. Almost got her rolled over to her back.
She's got the leg now. She's got an arm and a leg and is maintaining control. 45 seconds left to go in the period.
Stanwood doing a good job trying to keep herself closed up so Arlington can't get her over to her back. Arlington looking whatever she can do to try to get her rolled over.
And the Stanwood wrestler starts to turn her. 10 seconds to go in the period. She has not scored a point this period. She just has been riding on top, but hasn't really put anybody in a dangerous position. So we're going to start the third period with the Cedar Crest wrestler leading 3-2. And they choose to start up.
Stanwood escapes over on the gold. Bring this to a 5-3 match. Stanwood in the lead. 14 seconds left to go with the match.
And the Cedar Crest wrestler puts the Stanwood wrestler down. She's on her back, looking to control, and that's a pin. So the Cedar Crest wrestler who spent most of the match on her stomach, all of a sudden flips her over, flips the Stanwood wrestler over, pins her, and the match is over. There's a quick reversal of fortune.
Last match of the night on each match.
And now we are having the last match of the night on each match.
And on match 2, Olivia Hillstadt from Cedar Crest wrestling Amanda Rasmus from Jackson. Again, this is your last match on each match.
So Jackson and Cedar Crest going at it on the gold mat for the last match of the evening.
And Snohomish and Arlington, the last match of the evening on the red mat.
Jackson slides around on the gold to get the 2-point takedown.
We figured that this would go about 2 hours. I think we scheduled it on the internet for 2 hours. That's 1 minute left. I hope we don't run out of time here in this last match.
Jackson gets a quick pin over Cedar Crest.
So we won't run out of time on the gold match. We're still over here on the red match. Arlington's got her down, and it looks like it's near fall, rolls out, gets away. 3 points for the Arlington wrestler. That's 5, only 2. So that's 4-0 with a minute to go in the first period. On her back again and in trouble. And there it is. It's the pin. Both matches end in the first round on the pin. It's 8 o'clock. It looks like we're still on the air. But that was very close. Oh.
2 hours and 2 hours it is.
2 hours of wrestling. Great opportunity to watch these kids go. I hope everybody that tuned in watched it. I know we had 50 or 60 people on our various platforms coming in at one time or another. You can also watch it later. It'll be up on YouTube and Facebook anytime you want to go check it out. Again, if you want to follow the Lakewood School District and their athletics and music and activities, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we will and we will give you notifications. We have 484 YouTube subscribers right now. Our goal by the end of the year was 500. So if there are 16 people out there that want to subscribe to us, get us to our goal, that would be awesome. We'll be bringing you the choir concert tomorrow night, starting at 5. There's one at 5 until 6, and there's one at 7 until 8. And then we'll be back next Thursday night for boys basketball, the last activity of the season. And then on June 11th, we'll have high school graduation. We won't be live streaming that on our channels, at least I won't be. But we hope to be able to bring you these kinds of events starting in the fall as well, like we did with the fall sports in January. It's been great doing these events with you, Chad. Thanks for volunteering your time and coming out and helping. I'm Dale Leach. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Good night, Eric.